Hey, I'm Brendan Moran.
And I'm Ruby Lopez.
Welcome to Creek Currents. On today's episode, we're going to see how volunteers are working to help take care of animals at the Lindsay Wildlife Museum. Plus, I get a tour of the Lime Ridge Open Space.
But first up, I took a little tour myself. I checked out downtown and the specialty food shops where you can find everything from the locally grown to Belgian imports. Hi, I'm here in downtown Walnut Creek checking out our specialty food shops from the sweet to the savory, starting with We Olive. Let's go check it out. I'm here with Mike and he's the owner of We Olive. Now I love the name. Talk to us about We Olive.
Well, if you think about it, We Olive, we all live or love. So there's a lot of plays on the words We Olive. Obviously olive because we specialize in California certified extra virgin olive oil.
Okay.
So that means that everything we carry is locally grown here and produced. We love that. Our customers love the fact that they can come in, pick out local products.
So if I come in, what would I expect to do and see? I see you have little pieces of bread and oils and dipping trays, and it looks really beautiful.
So any customer can come in and they can actually do a tasting. We actually offer events also for tasting, and we have excellent salespeople that are very knowledgeable in olive oil and vinegars. So when you leave, it's always a great experience.
Okay, I love that. You said the experience. It's on the window, it's on your shirt, it's
absolutely,
the olive oil experience.
Even on my shirt right here.
Exactly. Now, you mentioned taste a moment ago.
Yes.
Do you think it's time for me to taste some of this?
Absolutely. So Lauren is over here in our bulk section,
okay,
and she can tell you all about that.
Let's go get Lauren.
Alrighty.
I'm here with Lauren, the culinary advisor now at We Olive. Now, Lauren, I came to taste, but I think I need to be educated. There's a lot going on here.
Yeah, and I'm here to help get you excited about cooking with olive oil and how to use it. So if you have any questions, feel free to come on into the store. And I went to culinary school. I have a catering company, so I know how to really cook with these items.
Okay.
The first one we're going to try is the Arbequina, and it is California extra virgin olive oil. This is going to be your everyday cooking olive oil. It's going to have some butter notes, it's going to have some pepper, and a little bit of grassiness as well. Okay. So this is going to be more in the medium palate. Really great gift idea too.
Did you see that? I was already excited to taste this. Should we give it a whirl?
Yeah, give it a whirl. Taste it without bread is what we usually encourage. That way you can taste the olive oil and not the bread. So this is going to be something, like I said, for cooking, bread dipping, and salads. This next one we have is our Meyer lemon olive oil and the aged balsamic vinegar.
That was really good, by the way. Everything that you described, I could taste all of those different flavors in one.
Yeah, and that one's really fresh right now. It's just been harvested, so it's got a lot of flavor.
Okay, now this is the
lemon olive oil with aged balsamic vinegar.
Wow, that's really great.
Yeah, that's our most popular combination right there for salads, and we love the lemon on seafood and asparagus and artichokes, which are in season right now.
That would be delicious on anything.
Yes.
I feel like. That was very fun.
So this next is our basil olive oil with blackberry balsamic, a more unique combination, but it goes really well together. The herbiness of the basil with that tartness of the blackberry, it really works for bread dipping and salads as well.
Oh my gosh. I'm not making this up. Everything tastes amazing. Like you can really enjoy this on its own. I would love to see what it's like on the salad and the foods. And
yeah, if you're looking for a healthier diet, I really encourage you to go with these combinations. It's going to be more flavorful and more healthy than something that you would buy in the store pre-made.
Yeah, it was really light and zesty and flavorful.
Yeah, and we have a blog too where we weekly update recipes, so you can use all of these olive oils and vinegars in the recipes that we put on our blog.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah, and so all of these, you bring your bottle back and refill. They're all $1.10 an ounce, so it's really can be quite affordable.
Okay, and you promote recycling there as well?
Yes, yep, green and recycling and supporting California, so.
Great. Lauren, thank you so much.
Thank
this
you.
was delicious. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm here at my last stop. It's Cafe Leonidas, and this is where you can find fresh Belgian chocolate right here in Walnut Creek. Hey everybody, I'm here with Anne, the owner of Cafe Leonidas. Now this place smells amazing. Tell me about Cafe Leonidas.
Well, Cafe Leonidas was started about 12.5 years ago in Walnut Creek here. The first owner was from Belgium, so he definitely wanted to bring some of his heritage and culture here to the Walnut Creek. About 3 years ago, he decided it was time to move on from chocolates and do something else. So my husband and I were looking for something to do as our kids are growing older, and I have a big background in the food industry. I'm actually a baker by trade. So this was right up what we were looking for. Have a big passion for what we do in here, selling only but the finest chocolates and marzipan and other European treats we could find, as well as our coffee is exceptional also.
So talk to us about what makes Belgian chocolate so unique.
The master pastry chefs there that work with the chocolate Leonidas and come up with all these ideas, they're only going to use the finest of quality of products. So they're going to use the highest end chocolates, the butters, the eggs, the almonds, any kind of nuts they use in any of their product. And they only use 100% cocoa butter, which makes it just totally wonderful. And you taste that when you bite into it.
So talk to us about what you love about doing business here in Walnut Creek.
Well, this is my community. I live a short distance from here. I love getting to know all the other local business owners, and I love our customers. We appreciate our customers greatly, and you get the one-on-one with everybody. You get to know your customers. You develop this wonderful relationship. It's great. I wouldn't give it up. It's absolutely wonderful.
I'm so glad, and your passion for the chocolate definitely shows here as well. Now, we talked about so many delicious treats. I think it's time for me to try some of them. You have some that you recommend here?
Absolutely.
Ooh, okay.
Let's see, this is a new one from Leonidas. It's called Josephine. It has a coffee caramel flavor, very popular. If you like fruit jellies, this one is peach. It's a mild peach, but it's very good. They don't put corn syrup in them, and there are little bits of the fruit in there.
Now, you called yourself a chocolate-aholic.
Yes.
So, will you be joining me in sampling this? What should I try, and what are you going to try?
Let's see here. I think you should try the fruit jelly.
Okay, that's good because you'll try the chocolate to show people we have a little bit of everything here. Okay. Cheers. Thank you.
Stupendous as always.
That's delicious. It actually tastes like I really am having some real fruit here.
Yes.
Anne, the owner of Cafe Leonidas, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming into our store, and I hope we'll see you again.
Oh, you definitely will. Cafe Leonidas also boasts the best hot chocolate in the East Bay, and I have to say that I agree. So if you'd like some more information as to where you can find the stores that we visited today or other great food finds, you can always log on to walnutcreekdowntown.com. And I'll see you downtown. The Walnut Creek Downtown Business Association is a great place to find out all kinds of great local events. As a matter of fact, we've got the spring sidewalk sale and the next wine walk coming up in June.
And there's plenty happening on the other side of town at the Lindsay Wildlife Museum. We caught up with a volunteer who's been dedicating her time to helping animals for the past 20 years.
I've been volunteering at the Lindsey Museum for almost 23 years. The mission of the Lindsay Wildlife Museum is to educate the public about the natural world in our area. After all, if you know something, you're going to care more about it and protect it. The museum does a lot of outreach with the public. For instance, animals are sometimes taken to community events. Birds and mammals and reptiles are taken to the schools, and students come from the schools and are able to tour the museum and take classes. I'm technically an animal encounters volunteer. I started out as a raptor handler. We feed the raptors and we take them outside for exercise and fresh air. We have a lot of interaction with the public as volunteers, especially when we take the animals outside They're always asking, what kind of bird is that, and what's wrong with this bird, and can you release this bird? I do love interacting with the children, especially because they have so much wonder and lots of questions and a lot of knowledge. It's surprising how much they know about wild animals. Volunteering has a number of payoffs. I get the satisfaction of getting something done that needs to be done, and also it's a great gift to be around these animals. Volunteering at the Lindsay Wildlife Museum has been a wonderful experience for me, and I'm going to keep on doing it because it's a really important part of my life.
Now, the Lindsay Wildlife Museum has many different volunteer and internship opportunities for children and adults. So if you'd like some more information, all you have to do is visit them online.
You know, I got to check out some local wildlife myself when I took a tour of the Lime Ridge Open Space, and I got quite a history lesson from Ranger Art Janke. Hey Art.
Hey Brennan, welcome to Lime Ridge Open Space.
Thank you, good to be here. Nice view you got for me today.
Beautiful view today, great weather.
This is a fun job that you must have here, Art.
It's an excellent job, I enjoy it a lot.
I'm jealous. So tell me, we're in Lime Ridge Open Space, right? Could you tell me just a little bit about the history of this space and how it came to be?
Well, Lime Ridge Open Space was purchased as part of 4 open spaces that the city purchased with a bond measure in 1974. Basically, they were going to create a development over in the Shell Ridge area. Citizens got upset, passed a bond measure for $6.75 million to purchase all of this open space land. Today, the city manages over 3,000 acres of open space.
Now, that's a pretty high number for a city like Walnut Creek, right?
This is true. That's a pretty high number for any city, and it's actually the second largest city-owned open space inside California.
Wow. So you have kind of a lot of square footage to cover, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Now, somebody can come out here, what can they do? They can hike?
Hiking, horseback riding, biking, nature study, photography, all great things to do out here, or just come out and enjoy the nature.
Now, I like to get outside, but I don't really know what I'm looking at a lot of the time. So what, as far as wildlife and let's say vegetation, are kind of like the highlights of somebody who's coming out here for the first time?
Lime Ridge is definitely our most unique open space area. Has all sorts of different habitat types, grasslands, oak woodlands, chaparral, and that actually gives the greatest diversity of plant life and animal life. Pretty much anything that you can imagine living on Mount Diablo lives on the foothills here in Lime Ridge.
Wow. So there's a quarry here too, right?
Absolutely.
You want to go show it to me?
Absolutely, I'd love to go show it to you.
This way?
This way, follow me.
All right. So this was all dredged out.
Yeah, this is one of the old Lime Ridge quarries.
Wow. You would never know this was back here unless you actually, took the walk, right?
Absolutely. There's a whole series of hidden quarries back here. You can see some of them from Ignatia Valley Road, some of the bigger ones. There's a lot more tucked back inside the park.
How many are there?
I couldn't tell you.
Really?
They're a continuous system of them right through the park.
Wow. So when did they stop digging?
1946.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, yeah. I'm told there was a big kind of smokestack here too, or near here?
Near here. Basically what happened was in the 1850s when everyone came across for the gold rush, there were people who realized there wasn't any money in the gold. So they discovered that there was building material here with limestone, which you can turn into cement. They started producing lime nearby here, 1850s. Shut down a short time after that. The area was purchased by a gentleman by the name of Henry Cowell. He came to California searching for gold as well. He started investing in drayage businesses, transportation businesses out of San Francisco, and he started purchasing other properties. One of them was a lime business in Santa Cruz County. Purchased that property, and then started purchasing properties all up and down California. He never actually worked there. He was shot and killed over a property dispute in Santa Cruz County before that, and his son Ernest actually started the mining operations here in about 1903. And as part of it, he set up his own little town, the town of Cowell, which is where the Crossings neighborhood in Concord now sits. It was a large town, large factory town, employed up to 450 people at a time, and they operated the quarries in here. They had a kiln, they had their own factory housing, they had their own school, their own post office, their own stores down there in town. And here in the quarries is where they did all the work. They blasted once a week, and through all these quarries they used trucks and narrow gauge railroad to haul all the limestone back to the kilns, which is where the smokestack used to be.
Wow, I had no idea, Art. So what else were they looking for besides limestone?
Pretty much that's what they were after, was the limestone through here, all the limestone deposits. And they were actually also harvesting sand out of the far side as well, part of the cement making process. It's a really neat spot to make cement. You can imagine 1903 would be a fantastic time to get building supplies right here, because of course in 1906, large earthquake, lots of fires in San Francisco. And so when they started rebuilding, they wanted a very, very durable source. So here you could make cement right here, right out to the delta, throw it on a barge, go around the corner, bang, you're good to go.
Well, it's a lot different now.
Much different now.
A lot quieter.
Much quieter.
I kind of prefer it this way.
Yeah, me too. Can you imagine blasting caps and everything going off right now?
Wow.
It's a neat part. Since it was set aside, it was purchased in 1974, like I mentioned, with the bond measure. And since then, it's just been left as open space. And you can see that nature's slowly been reclaiming the quarries with all the plants and everything going on out here.
All right, we should get back to walking.
Sounds good.
All right, this way.
Let's go.
So this is the big quarry that you can see from town.
This is the big quarry where they did most of the mining. So you can definitely see this one from Ignatia Valley Road.
Yeah.
And as you can see, it too is kind of going back to nature, all the plants and everything growing up inside it.
Right. What you got there?
And this is what they were mining. This is some limestone. And you can see it's not a very good quality, kind of breaks apart there.
Oh, yeah.
And what they do is they'd actually harvest it, take it back and pound it into a powder. They'd heat it in a kiln, usually for about 4 days to change the chemical composition. And that's how you make the basics of making Portland cement.
So there's still plenty here.
There's still some here. When they actually shut down the operations in 1946, they determined that there wasn't a good enough quality or enough quality material left, and some people dispute whether or not that's true.
Okay. All right, well, I have learned a lot from you, Art. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm going to take this home with me. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, you
okay?
can't take anything from the open space.
All right, well, Art, that's right.
Leave only footprints, take only pictures.
Spoken like a true ranger. All right, we're going to send this back to where it belonged. A big thanks to Ranger Art Janke for showing us around today. Now, if you want to know more about the Lime Ridge Open Space, you can always go online at walnut-creek.org/open space, and I'll see you on the trail. Now, to find out more about Walnut Creek's open space, you can always go online. They have an activity guide you can download, which will tell you about all the great events coming up this season. Now, be sure to check us out next month when I will be rolling up my sleeves for the creek cleanup.
And I will be roller skating. That's right, I'm dusting off the old skates because I'm checking out the hit Broadway show Xanadu that's coming to Walnut Creek.
Next time on Creek Currents.